Welcome back, hockey fans, to Royally Quacked. I'd like to start off today's episode with just a moment of silence for what happened to poor Charlie Kirk this week. It was sad, and he's left two small children and his wife. So if we could just bow our heads and all of us maybe lift up some prayers for them and all of America. So let's have 30 seconds of silence, and then we'll get started. All right. So, welcome everyone to another What If episode of Royally Quacked. So, there's breaking news. Jim Hiller has stepped down as the coach of the LA Kings, and Royally Quack podcaster Gary Spink has been named coach of the Kings. You have any news, Cody?
Yeah, it's weird that your coach randomly stepped down and mine just randomly like he's like, you know what, I'm gonna just retire. I'm the oldest coach in the league. I'm gonna retire and I'm gonna pick my successor and I'm gonna choose Rolly Quack's own diehard Ducks fan, Cody Spink. Yep, he chose me out of everyone. He said, he's like, no, Verbeek, I'm gonna choose the next coach. Because apparently
So,
you can't sign people in time, so I'm going to choose Cody.
so this episode, we're going to see by using NHL 2026
Yep,
to see with us as coaches if we could do a better job than the coaches. So we've set our lineups. We've we've set power play units, and I know Adam's going nuts, isn't he?
Oh, always.
Captain of Chaos. Yeah, God help you. You need all the help you can get. Anyways, so the results are in. I have to say, I think it's unrealistic.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still it was fun. So how do you want to start this, Cody?
Well, let's do the news first. Because I mean we got tons of it.
Well, you got a ton of Ducks news, that's for sure. You're going to be about an hour.
Yeah, I know. So all right, guys,
God help us, Adam.
Get your camping gear ready because we're gonna be here for a while. All right, ready? All right, let me just crack the bat. All right, I'm ready. All right, Ryan Poehling will wear number 25 for the Anaheim Ducks this season.
I hear crickets, Cody.
Yeah,
is that all the Ducks news?
That's all the Ducks news because we still don't have a certain signing done, Verbeek. Yep, you heard it here first, or not first, but yep, because Verbeek doesn't want to sign McTavish apparently, and we're not talking about the rookie faceoff games until not next week, but the week after.
Okay, let's go to Kings news then. Kings finally have announced their broadcast teams. So TV to start with. John Kelly is going to be our play-by-play. I think he's done the Blues and a few other teams, so he's a veteran of it. You're still going to have Jim Fox as the lead analyst, and an add-on, Tony Granato is going to be an analyst. There will be a few others that might come in and spell like Jim Fox or Daryl Evans on podcasts. Some of the guys like Jarrett Stoll and so forth. But on radio, just like last season, Schaefer is going to be the play-by-play, and Daryl Evans, of course, will be the analyst. And then I didn't even know this news, Cody. You must have thrown this in here. Kings forward Corey Perry was possibly injured while skating with his teammates at the Toyota Sports Performance Center in El Segundo on Friday, and he underwent successful knee surgery and will miss 6 to 8 weeks.
The one with him possibly getting injured, that one came out late last night, and then this morning I saw, and I don't know if you get notifications from ESPN or not, but they also put it on there that Corey Perry underwent successful knee surgery and he was going to be out 6 to 8 months.
I guess that's going to leave an opening for somebody else to play. I'm assuming that's going to save one waiver wire thing for 6 to 8 weeks. Because we had bunch of guys that could go on the waiver wire. One of them's going to get to make the final roster. We'll see who that might be. And then the last bit of Kings news is happy birthday, Adrian Kempe.
Juice.
And let's get also. I mean, we also are looking at a signing, but his isn't until next season. So, and there was news that came out that, and in fact, Adrian Kempe spoke saying that right now, I mean, they're looking somewhere to maybe before training camp starts to even maybe Christmas time before getting his contract finalized, and he's okay with that. But he does want to stay in LA King, if anybody was concerned. I think there's actually more concern what's going to go on with McTavish, because they seem to be just not being able to figure out how to sign him. And his contract's up now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. On to league news. The NHL trade deadline has already been set for Friday, March 6th, 2026.
So
mark your calendars, guys.
That's when some of those team changing trades can happen, especially if you're vying for a playoff spot. The 26-27 NHL regular season will be 84 games and begin in late September instead of early October.
Yeah, so we'll get an earlier start, and they're saying the Stanley Cup will be handed out mid-June instead of late June.
Late June?
Did I really say June?
What I heard, but I don't know.
I mean, late June.
Okay.
Jaloon. I did say Jaloon. What is with me? Wow,
okay.
That was horrible.
English is our third language.
All right, and then the Ames Fala, no, I'm just kidding. The Flames re-sign goaltender Dustin Wolf to a 7-year, $7.5 million AAV contract extension, and the deal will begin in the 2026-2027 Jaloon season. I'm just kidding, just season. I can't believe I said that.
The interesting thing about that, one good season and they just signed him. I mean, you think they could have let him try to have a second good season before giving him that much money? I mean, there is questions about the deal. Now, maybe he's going to just prove everybody that he's, especially all the California teams that didn't draft him, because he was a seventh round pick.
Yeah.
And so, and good for him. I don't have any ill will unless he's playing my team, and tell him he can suck then and you can be good against everybody else. But I just thought, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he's not Pierre-Luc Dubois contract.
The thing is that Dustin Wolf has already had a better career than PLD, in my opinion. Already. I mean, this Wolf literally almost single-handedly dragged the Calgary Flames into a playoff spot last year.
He did have a great season. I agree with you.
So I'm not,
but sometimes
I have a feeling they're going to be, in my opinion, they're going to be the biggest regression this year because I don't think they're going to be able to do what they did last year unless their scoring gets better. But then again,
Yeah.
they got Morgan Frost and I believe it was Farabee. And they'll have them all through training camp. It's not like a trade, mid-season trade accusation, and then they have to try to get used to it. Now they'll be there for a lot longer because they didn't make any moves really this offseason. So
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they did in the simulation after the news.
true.
Brendan Escott has confirmed the Edmonton Oilers will debut a brand new alternate jersey for the 2025-26 season.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see the Kings one.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping it has some old colors in it.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think there's already enough black, silver, and white already. I think you guys need some color.
Well, even if it's a variation of the gray colors, better than nothing more black and silver.
Yeah. It makes me wonder what these Edmonton ones are going to look like. I saw like a sneak peek, like a leak, but I don't know. I didn't like the sneak peek or the leak one that came out, but it's all right. And then the next one is the NHL and NHLPA have agreed that the 5 acquitted in the 2028 London scandal assault trial, Alex Formenton, Cal Foote, Michael McLeod, Dylan Dubé, and Carter Hart will be suspended until December 1st, per Elliot Friedman, but will have the opportunity to sign with NHL teams as soon as October 15th.
And the rumor is that the Edmonton Oilers are going to go after Carter Hart.
Nope. No. That's not happening.
Really?
They're not. Yeah.
They're going to believe in what they have, huh?
I've seen multiple sources saying that the Edmonton Oilers are not going after Carter Hart. Multiple sources.
Wow.
So
well, we'll see what happens. Maybe that's just the way of getting Carter Hart.
So I did see somewhere on Instagram that Carter Hart already has a verbal deal in place with it was like a 2 or 3 year deal, but I don't know with who or how much. They haven't figured out. It was just like I don't know if it was a rumor or not. Like I said, I'm not saying he did or not, but they're just saying that it could have happened. But they're saying that I think the Vegas Golden Knights were one team looking into him, and that's it. It's not set in stone that he's anywhere yet.
Yeah, a little bit better backup to Aiden Hill then.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay, the Blues have signed forward Justin Carbonneau to a 3-year entry-level contract.
Yeah, he was their first round pick in 2025. And then also, the Sharks have signed their number 2 overall first round pick, Michael Misa, to a 3-year entry level contract. We saw him play last night in the rookie face-off game against the Ducks. And I can tell you that was an interesting game to watch. That's all I'm going to say on that.
I missed it.
Yeah.
You could give us a little bit. I guess you could give a little bit of news about that. I mean, if you wanted to, or are we going to save that for next week?
I'll save it for when we do the whole recap of it.
Okay. So, contract extension drama between Minnesota and Kaprizov. Ooh.
Yeah. So, like last week, from what I heard, is that the Minnesota Wild offered Kaprizov 8 years by 16 million AAV. So that came out to $128 million overall, and he rejected the contract. Yep. And then, but why would he reject the biggest contract ever in the NHL history? I mean, he got the years, he got the highest AAV so far. Is he waiting to see what McDavid's going to do? Is he going to wait or is McDavid waiting to see what Kaprizov's going to do or Eichel's going to do? Because Eichel's a free agent after the season too.
Interesting.
So I don't know if someone's just trying to say like, all right, once they sign, then I'll know what to sign for, kind of thing. They're saying that maybe does he want more money with less years? Does he want to do like a 3 or 4 year deal? That way he can make, 20 million, 21 million when that contract's up per season. Like I said, I have no idea. They were saying that the Wild asked him for his trade team list because I guess he has a no move or no trade list. But I heard that's not true. But also the the whole thing with that was going on with that is Bill Guerin even came out and said is like, I'm like, I know no one from Minnesota said any of this. He's like, I know for a fact that nobody from Kaprizov's camp said anything. So this is just random news. So we still don't know exactly what's going on with between Minnesota and Kaprizov. Hopefully he's like, you know what, I want to go to Anaheim. Just send me there. Okay.
You keep praying for a superstar.
I do.
It would be nice. Kings have obviously had a lot more history than the Ducks, and they've never signed a big contract for any kind of superstar ever.
Yeah. So
I mean, they've traded for them, but they've never signed them free agent wise. So here, this is per ESPN. Retired Marc-Andre Fleury to suit up in a preseason game with the Penguins to finish off his Hall of Fame career.
Yep, he signed a PTO and will suit up for one game.
I think that's awesome. I
agree.
He is one funny guy off the ice. I mean, him and Sidney Crosby used to pick on each other like crazy.
That's someone who I do not want to get in a prank war with. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you can have fun at work, it sure makes work a lot easier to do.
It does.
And you got to tell you, he's a Hall of Fame, definitely Hall of Famer. No
Hall
doubt
of Fame. He's definitely getting his number retired in Pittsburgh. So, like I said, I'm so glad he did that. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Then speaking of goalie news, the Blackhawks have signed Spencer Knight to a 3-year, $5.83 million AAV contract extension per Scott Powers, and the deal will begin in 26-27. So,
perfect.
Yeah, they locked up not locked up, but extended their number one goalie, so that's good news. So, and that's it for all the news that we have.
Yeah.
So, I want to take a minute and say this real quick that we do have a couple slots open up for fantasy hockey.
This is in our league.
Our league.
Not just an like ESPN or Yahoo or something saying, "Hey, come join, the team." This is our hockey league, which has been going on for 7 years.
Yes.
Very competitive. Just so got to bring your A game.
Yeah, we already had one. We already had one listener sign up and join. Thank you, Kevin. He already signed up. I already saw. But we do have 2 slots available. So if you are interested, go to any of our social medias and send us a message, or you can email us at royallyquacked@gmail.com, and I will send you the invite link as soon as you send it to me. So if you guys are interested, please let us know.
First come, first serve. Please be someone who, if you're in last place, doesn't quit.
Like I said, it's free to join. We're not asking, for any money. It's a free.
We know, Adam. You already quit once.
Yeah. Well, Adam, there's still a
spot available if you're it's all in fun.
Yeah, like I said, it's free to play. We're not asking for any fees or anything. It's just bragging rights. And I know some people like to play for money. We play for bragging rights here. Of course, one of us has a lot more bragging rights than the other. So But
Well,
like I said,
yes.
if you're interested, just email us at royallyquacked@gmail.com.
Well, you know, the Spink name has won 6 of the 7 seasons, Cody.
Yeah,
So we have the bragging rights.
true.
Not to say that someone can come in and kick our butts, because I definitely have struggled a little. I struggled a lot last year
Yeah.
with it just because of everything else in life. Because at work it's gotten busier, and I'm in a new position starting a week from Monday, which is even more demanding. So I might be weak enough for everybody to beat me next season. So who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, and especially at my work, last year we had 5 drivers during our busy year, and right now we're looking to hire one more. So that, but we would only be at 4 drivers. So we'll see how everything goes with that too. So the only good thing is, like, at least with the ESPN thing that we use, they added that feature where you can hit, like, start your whole like, it'll start all your starting players for you. At least, like, it'll do like the minimum.
It,
Sometimes, but it
it,
won't
it
play like the best players. Sometimes you got to go in and switch it.
right.
But
Exactly what I was just gonna say.
because I had one time where I think I had Matthews, and it had my worst player starting over Austin Matthews, and I was like, no, switch. So
So so Adam, there's a possibility of you getting a new job? I didn't even know that was in the play.
yeah,
I
well,
hope you get it. We'd love to have you come back. That would be
yeah,
fun. You and your dad were always you always worked it hard,
yeah.
you know?
Um, it's funny. Like this the Thursday night football game. We have a fantasy football league at my work. So between my 2 tight ends, I had Mark Andrews from Baltimore and the Green Bay tight end. I don't remember his first name, Kraft. And I had Andrews starting, and I want to say, like, maybe 30-45 minutes before the game started, I switched it. And I was like, no, Mark Andrews didn't really throw the ball to him at all. So I was like, I'll play Kraft. He got me 24 and a half points on Thursday night. And I was like,
Wow.
that was such a great switch. So
I take
yeah.
it you won. I lost my first I
No,
lost my
I no, that was for this week. I lost my first week. Um, one of the wide receivers I had on my bench, I had Flowers from Baltimore. He had 28 points. And he was on my bench. If I and he scored more points by himself than all 3 of my receivers did that I started
yeah.
combined.
I lost the first week by 2 points.
Oh, I got
And
demolished.
I I had AJ Brown get 1.3 points.
Yeah. And
I
Mark Andrews
played
Mark
I
Andrews
played
got me 1.5. My defense, I had Baltimore. They got me -3 points. I had Joe Burrow, who apparently couldn't get a single yard in the second half against Cleveland.
yeah,
So yeah, it
yeah,
was
I
just
got
all
you.
bad for me. But I just wanted to put it out there. We do have a couple slots open. If you guys are interested, let us know. Like I said, you can have co-managers. So if you and your friend don't have time, like if you don't have time but your friend does, you guys can manage a team together. We can do that. So just I'll
Yeah,
put it out there.
we've threatened to do that just because it would be
It,
easier.
if we get more people, then me and my dad will team up, and then we'll have the host versus everyone else, and see if
Yeah,
we
if
can
we
do
get enough players,
I have no problem doing that.
yeah.
So
I have no
um
problem doing that either because we'd love to have participation,
yeah,
so there could be 3 spots if you guys want it, just let us know.
yeah, please
So,
let us know. We will, like I said, we'll be at the game tomorrow. If you guys see us, come say hi. I still don't know what jersey I'm wearing. I think I'm gonna wear my Ducks orange jersey, the new one. So if you see me, I got some goodies too. I bought some new goodies.
I'll be in a Kopitar or Doughty jersey
So
tomorrow. I haven't decided which one yet. So
yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for the game tomorrow. We'll definitely be there. I can tell you, I'd probably much rather watch it live than on TV because whoever was working the camera last night was not very good. But then again, it's not professional work. It's a different arena too.
So all you Kings fans, lakings.com does stream it. So if you'd like to watch it, you just got to go on to lakings.com to watch the Kings games, which obviously tomorrow will be a Kings and a Ducks game. So
yeah, and then
but there's game there. The Kings are playing the Sharks today. I'm not even sure what time that one is. That 1 o'clock too?
1 o'clock.
Okay. Well, we're going to be busy today, so I'll probably miss some of that game because we have extended family business today. So
no, and we'll have and everything, and Ducks fans, everything is on Victory Plus, and it's not region locked either. So if you're in New York as a Ducks fan, you can still watch the game, or in another country, you can still go on Victory Plus and watch the game still. So
we on to our simulation, which
yes. So Coach
it
Gary.
will be shocking.
Yes. Let's just say I was shocked. And
I
not
was
at
really
okay,
shocked.
let's just say, and it wasn't just on Ducks and Kings stuff. And honestly, yes, I was happy about one part, but I was even more, kind of not happy, but more my favorite part had nothing to do with the Ducks and Kings, to be honest. So
Well, that was
Coach,
pleasing. I have to admit that
yeah,
part was pleasing.
yes. So Coach Gary,
Yes.
now in your first year as the LA Kings head coach, what's going to be your starting lineup for the season? And just in this case, Corey Perry is still completely healthy and able to play game one.
So my number one line would be the AK line, Andrei Kuzmenko, Anze Kopitar, and Adrian Kempe. My number two line will be Kevin Fiala, Quentin Byfield, and Alex Laferriere. My third line will be Trevor Moore, Philip Deneau, and Warren Fogle, the big surprise last year. And the fourth line will be Joel Armia, Alex Turcotte, and Corey Perry. My number one D line will be obviously Mikey Anderson and Drew Doughty. My number two line would be Edmondson and Clark. And the number three line is Dumoulin and Cece, with Darcy Kemper in goal. And obviously his backup would be
Forsberg.
Yeah.
Good job, Coach Gary.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. And for me, my starting lineup as the new Anaheim Ducks head coach, my starting top pairing or starting top forward line would be Kreider, Leo Carlson, and Cutter Gauthier. Second line, I would have Grandlin, Terry, and McTavish. Yes, and we did sign McTavish. Don't worry about that, guys. We did sign McTavish in my scenario. Third line, I would have Strome, Vetrano, and Killorn. In my fourth line, I would have Colangelo, Paling, and Nestorenko. I don't want the human traffic cone anywhere near my lineup. So, and then my defensive pairs, I would keep pretty much what we had last year. I had Gudis and Lacombe as the top pair, Truba, Mintikov as the second pair, and then Zellweger and Hellison as my third pair. And then as our starting goalie would be Lukas Dostal. And then as backup, it would be Peter Mrazek. Did you do your power play units or?
I didn't. I don't think that would be.
And let's just put I helped my dad in this situation too.
I forgot. I thought I
He
had Fiala in there, but I obviously didn't do it to start
Yeah,
with the number one line. But
when I
we
was putting in the
we
lineups, and I was like, why is
no
Fiala not on the power play? And I didn't even start it. I messaged him. I'm like, no Fiala on the power play. I was shocked.
you're lucky. You're lucky. I even saw that because I was at work.
Well, I wouldn't have done it until you told me to do. Like, hey,
Yeah.
just
Well,
do it
anyways,
or not.
I did forget Kevin Fiala, so I ended up putting Fiala. It was Kopitar, Kempe, Kuzmenko, Byfield, and Fiala. I did a 5 forward line. My second one was I think Deneau,
Let's see.
Moore, Fogle. Trying to think.
Deneau, Moore, Perry, Fogel, and Clark.
Right. The surprise was no Drew Daddy on the power play.
Yeah,
Because
he doesn't
I
need
mean, I agree. I mean, if you guys listen to the Lockdown Kings, Eddie says we got to give Clark more. We gotta help him grow. And
Clark
part of that
needs
is,
more, Doughty needs less. And
well,
that's the best way to do it.
Doughty's going to be more effective. He's getting older. I know he's been just like the super trooper for years and years, but it's time to sit back and be your best instead of just throwing it out there 27 minutes a night.
Yeah.
So that was the second the second power play unit. And then my penalty kill, you're gonna have to remind me, Cody, because I left Armia off there, which Armia should have been on the first line. He was fourth in shorthanded minutes in the NHL last year. And it's one reason that the Kings signed him, to give Kopitar and Kempe a break. But I think I had Kempe.
You had Deneau, Kempe, Anderson, Doughty on the first penalty kill.
Yeah.
On the second one, you had Byfield, Fogel, Edmondson, and Cece.
Yeah, I didn't even have Armia in any of them. And I think that could have made maybe a possible difference in some of the results. And then I'm assuming that I don't know, in the simulation, Cody, maybe you could answer this quick. Did the backup goalie ever play?
I would have to go in, I would have to log in and look. Do you want me to start up?
No, it's all right. We just with the idea, the number one goalie played every game. So, and the nice thing is when Cody did this, he did take pictures of different parts of the season. So we have like standings throughout the simulation. I mean, certain games, not every game. And then stats for that. And I tell you what, I mean, I was disappointed in some of the results of what happened, but I was more upset with who played well. Not that the Kings didn't play well. They did, but it had Byfield not even grow, not even a point. And he was a minus in the whole season. I didn't get that. And he had 7 Ducks outscore him. I don't see that. The Ducks aren't even a great scoring team. Now, maybe that's going to change with Quenneville.
No, it's changing under me. Duh.
If I had to say, I didn't do any better than Hiller, people, just to be honest with you. I actually was just like Jim Hiller. But I don't know if that could have been put in the simulation.
Let's see. I don't know why it's only giving. Am I not able to look up the regular season?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to find the. I'm on the game right now, trying to find. Let's see. No, I guess I can't. It's only giving me playoffs now.
That's all right. Let's go with what we have.
Okay.
So my first. Let's just talk about the standings. First standings I saw was after 23 games. Is
So
that what you?
so that's the American Thanksgiving. Does that
So
make sense?
yeah, I understand that. But that's the first standings that was on here because I know
Yeah.
you sent me photos and there was a few I couldn't find. And you
So
sent them
what
to me
I
after
did
the fact.
so what I did was I did um one standings after American Thanksgiving. I did another one after the Olympics, another one after the trade deadline, and then the end of the season, and then playoffs. And no, you would not have Adam because wait to see how I did.
I hate to tell you, Adam, we saw you in the fantasy hockey league.
Yeah, no.
I would say no. So, but anyway, so you guys want to hear the standings after 23 games? So, guess who's number one in we're just doing the Pacific on this one. After 23 games, 14 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime losses for 30 points are the Quackers.
I'm good.
Number 2 were the Edmonton Oilers. They had played 25 games. They were 14-11-0 for 28 points. Yeah, okay. It's not a time for making excuses, Adam.
You know you can always set your lineup before the last minute, right?
Yeah, you can do that. In third place, and after this was also at 23 games, was the Golden Knights at 13-9-1 for 27 points. The Kraken, 23 games, 13-9-1 for 27 points. The Kings were in fifth place. Also 23 games, 12-9-2 for 26 points. The Canucks, 12-11-1 for 25 points. The Flames were after 25 games, 10-11-4 for 24. And of course, the hated Sharks, 24 games, 10 wins, 11 losses, 3 overtime losses for 23 points.
Yeah.
And on the top of this is the superstar that they haven't signed yet, Mason McTavish.
Let's get into that right now. So after the 23 games for my Anaheim Ducks, where I'm leading the division at American Thanksgiving, and you know what that usually means. That means usually if you're in a playoff spot at American Thanksgiving, you have a good chance of being in the playoffs. So I'm doing good so far. So after 23 games, Mason McTavish, who I remember I have signed to a long-term deal. I'm not disclosing the amount.
You're the GM and coach, right?
Yes, I as the head coach, I fired Pat Verbeek. I went into his office. I was like, "Look at me, I'm the captain now." So, all right. So I have Mason McTavish. After 23 games, he has 13 goals and 20 assists for 33 points in 23 games. And then in second in points, I have Troy Terry with 6 goals, 20 assists for 26 points. Granlund, 8 goals, 16 assists for 24 points. Leo Carlson, 4 goals, 17 assists for 21 points. And I'm not going to do the full team. I'll do like, what's it, Cutter? He was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in points. 9 goals, 9 assists for 18 points. Kreider was 8th in points with 11 goals, 8 assists for 19 points. So that's after 23 games.
All of those guys either had, I don't know, all those guys had more points than my leading scorer after 23 games. All of those guys. That's just not going to be likely.
Hey,
Kopitar had 4 goals, 14
assists
for 18. Yeah, I do.
No. It's Cody.
That's just not. Yeah.
I'm running a different offense here. I'm running Phil Jackson's triangle offense in hockey. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, my leading scorer was 18 points. He'd be number 10 on the Ducks. Second was Fogle with 5 goals and 12 assists for 17 points. Moore, third with 4 goals, 13 assists for 17. LaFerriere, 7 goals, 9 assists for 16. Fiala, 4 goals and 12 assists for 16. Deneau, 8 goals, 7 assists for 15. Kempe, the Kings' leading scorer last year, 6 goals, 7 assists for 13 points. Joel Armia, the defensive specialist, had more points than Quentin Byfield did. 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points. Byfield, 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points, and he was a minus 11. And this is what I get. The defensive, Adrian Kempe is just like Kopitar. He's a 200-foot player, great defender. He was a minus 7. That's where I think the game's missing something, because I just don't. I mean, and you look at Byfield's teammates +3 and +1, and he's a minus 11. There's something missing there. So, but anyways, we can move on.
All right.
To the next set.
So here is the standings at after the Olympic break. Okay. So the Olympics already happened. The USA won gold. They beat Canada 10-0 because I coached Team USA too. So yeah, USA won gold because of me. You're welcome. Here are the standings in just the Pacific.
That was the USA won gold just because of me.
Just because of me. I coached them to victory.
Oh God!
They saw how I turned around.
Is anybody else laughing with me?
I mean, they saw what I was doing with the Anaheim Ducks. They're like, "Hey, if this guy can turn these guys into a #1 team by American Thanksgiving, Mike Sullivan, you're out. Cody, you're in. Boom."
Yeah, all right. But what happened after 56 games?
Hey, let's not get into that. Just we're gonna wait. So here's the standings after the Olympic break. The Golden Knights are in first place with 57 games played and 71 points. The Kraken are in second with 56 games played, 69 points. The Canucks are in third with 57 games played, 69 points. The Kings in fourth, 57 games, 68 points. The Oilers in fifth, 58 games played, 63 assists.
63 points.
63 points. I don't know why I said assists. Assist. Same thing. There's points. In sixth place, the Anaheim Ducks went from first to sixth between Thanksgiving and the Olympics. We're not going to talk about this time of need. The Ducks in 56 games had 62 points. The Flames 56 games, 60 points, and the Sharks 55 games, 48 points. And then you want to go into your point totals?
I got 62 games. Wait a second. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I got it. Yeah. So the point totals, 57 games. Kopitar, 16 goals, 43 assists, 59 points. Fiala, same amount of games, 19 goals, 32 assists for 51 points. Kempe obviously made a resurgence. He had 15 goals, 33 assists for 48 points. Trevor Moore, 13 goals, 28 assists for 41 points. Obviously, Byfield played a little better, but I guess he played even over those games because he's still a minus 17. But he had 19 goals, 17 assists for 36 points. Kuzmenko was next with 10 goals, 21 assists for 31 points. Fogle, 7 goals, 24 assists for 31. Deneau, 13 goals, 16 assists for 29. And then Laferriere, 10 goals, 18 assists for 28 points. And the funny thing is, you said Perry's out for 6 to 8 weeks. It looks like it already put it into the game because he hasn't been in the top 10 anywhere.
Well, he's a fourth liner.
Yeah, but yeah, he had 19 goals last year.
He wasn't a fourth liner with Edmonton,
Well,
was he?
he was, but he played up when it was.
Yeah, but you probably don't need him playing up as much unless you need him to take over Byfield's spot. But Perry's not a center. All right. For the Ducks, our leading goals or leading point person is still Mason McTavish with 59 points. And then you got Terry with 56, Granlund with 45, Cutter with 43, Kreider with 42, Carlson with 41, Strome with 39, Vetrano with 33, and Killorn with 29. The goals, McTavish has 29 goals, leading the Ducks. And second, you have Cutter with 20, and then Strome with 16, which that I don't believe. Terry with 15, Kreider with 15, and Killorn also with 15. And the assist, McTavish just 30 assists, but Terry leads the whole team with 41 assists. Granlund has 35 assists. Leo Carlson has 29. Vetrano has 27, which that I don't believe. I feel like you would have like 27 goals and 6 assists instead of the other way around. And Strome with 23 assists. So that's our stats right after the Olympic break. And now we're going to move on to what it would look like right after. What's it? Where are we? Right after the trade deadline. You want to do the standings?
That's 63 games, right?
Yep.
So still at number one, the hated ones, the Golden Knights. They had 79 points. The Kraken still holding on to number two, which I find that amazing because they were terrible last year. Yeah. 76 points. Moving up to number three is the Kings with 76 points. Canucks, I take it the Stars are they're the wild card team.
Yes, okay, I believe that's what it is.
Kings, the Canucks were 75 points, and they were one of the wild card teams. The Ducks with 72 points were the other wild card team. I mean, as the standings of between 62 and 63 games. The Oilers at 71 points, the Flames at 64, and then the Sharks at 51. And then you want me to go over my points first?
Yeah.
So Andre Kopitar, possibly in his final.
Anze
Kopitar. Possibly in his final season with the Kings is having a point a game season so far. 18 goals, 45 assists for 63 points. Fiala had 20 goals, 35 assists for 55. Kempe moving up again, 16 goals, 37 assists for 53 points. Trevor Moore obviously playing better than he did last year, 13 goals, 31 assists for 44 points. Byfield, 20 goals, 18 assists for 38 points. Vogel, 9 goals, 26 assists for 35 points. Obviously, he's way down compared to last year. He had 24 goals last year. Vogel did. Hopefully that doesn't come true. Kuzmenko, 11 goals, 22 assists for 33 points. Deneau, 14 goals, 17 assists for 31. And then Laferriere, 12 goals, 19 assists for 31 points.
All right. And for the Ducks, still leading the team in points and over a point a game player, Mason McTavish with 64 points with 30 goals, 34 assists. Terry just literally at a point a game, 62 games, 62 points, 18 goals, 44 assists. Granlund, 11 goals, 41 assists for 52 points. Cutter Gauthier, 22 goals, 29 assists for 51 points. Leo Carlson, 16 goals, 34 assists for 50 points. Kreider, 18 and 29 for 47 points. Strome, 16 and 27 for 43 points. And then Vetrano, 7 and 28. 7 goals for Vetrano and 20 assists. That is just like, I don't believe that one bit.
Well, I still can't believe that Ryan Strome still has more points than Byfield as a
Yeah.
third or fourth line center. This doesn't seem realistic.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you 100% on that one. And then last but not least, Killorn, 15 goals, 18 assists for 33 points. So, so that's it for. Then this is right after the trade deadline. By the way, I put it so that there was no trades whatsoever. So none of the teams changed. So the Kings, no, everyone stayed on their teams. So just to make it a little easier.
Byfield's overrated. No, I don't think so, Adam.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's overrated. Yeah.
All right. So now,
I mean, I did ask Cody privately. I go, so would you trade McTavish for Byfield? And what did you say? Who would you take?
okay, I didn't answer right away. I did say I would take Byfield right now just because he's signed.
And not just that.
He is I think a little bit higher of a ceiling.
He's got a way higher ceiling. The center, he's 6'5".
So
you saw the second half of last season what he could do. You know, hopefully it just looks like he's having the same season again in this one. But I hope that isn't true.
I mean, is it crazy to see? Okay, but this is what we've seen so far. But now that after I've seen what I can do with Mason McTavish, look what you're doing with Byfield.
You can do it. You mean a simulation could do it?
No, I put him in the right spot to succeed, and look what's going on. Okay, just saying. So let's go into the end of season standings. So after 82 games, this is the standings. I'm gonna work my way from the bottom to the top. All right, the Sharks finish last in the Pacific with 74 points in 82 games. So they had a good jump. The Flames, 82 games, 84 points. The Oilers, who did not make the playoffs, finished sixth in the Pacific with 91 points. And the Ducks actually had the same amount of points as the Oilers, but somehow we made the playoffs. I don't know, we must have won the head-to-head or whatever, but the Ducks squeak in as the last wild card team and make it into the playoffs. So in 82 games, the Ducks had 91 points. The Kraken, or the other wild card team, in 82 games, they had 98 points in fourth. The Golden Knights in third with 99 points. The Canucks, 100 points in second. And I think the first time ever in LA Kings history that they won the Pacific Division with 107 points. So you did take the Kings to their best ever regular season. You outdid what Hiller did last year.
Wow.
But the question is, can you do it in the playoffs?
Shut up.
So I'll do my stats first.
Okay.
End of the season, McTavish didn't get to keep the point a game, but he was just under. In 82 games, he had 80 points, 35 goals, 45 assists. Terry, 74 points, 22 goals, 52 assists. Granlund, 16 goals, 52 assists for 68 points. Cutter Gauthier, 27 goals, 35 assists for 62 points. And Leo Carlson, 22 goals, 40 assists for 62 points. Kreider, 23 goals, 38 assists for 61 points. Strome, 20 goals, 36 assists for 56 points. Vetrano, 10 goals, 42 assists for 52 points. And Killorn, 19 and 21 for 40. No, Edmonton did not win in the first round because they didn't make the playoffs, Adam. The Ducks finished just ahead of them in the standings.
Yeah.
All right.
Another thing about the simulation that doesn't make any sense, but then again, it's a simulation.
Hey, it makes sense if you don't think about it.
That's what you always say.
I know. And it makes sense if you don't think about it.
So I'll start from the bottom this time. LaFerriere, 16 goals, 25 assists for 41. Brant Clark, 16 goals and 25 assists for 41 points. Kuzmenko, 17 goals, 27 assists for 44. Fogle, only 11 goals and 35 assists for 46 points. Very much made his contract look poor after that.
Yep.
Byfield was fifth with 24 goals, 29 assists for 53 points. And I would bet money that he wouldn't be ninth on the Ducks in scoring this year without the simulation. In the real life, he would be might be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm betting on. And this is if everybody stays healthy. So, we never know what's going to happen. So Moore, 17 goals, 37 assists for 54 points. I bet you Byfield has more points than him too. Now, again, Fiala and Kempe right there. Although Fiala led the team in goals with 28. Kempe only had 26. But they both had 75 points. And Anze Kopitar, 24 goals, 59 assists, 83 points. He was a point a game player. So,
all right. So this is the first round matchups. I'm gonna start in the East. You have the Hurricanes versus the Capitals, the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the New Jersey Devils. You have Toronto versus the Red Wings. Yep, the Red Wings made the playoffs. And here's the best one that made the playoffs too. Tampa Bay versus the Buffalo Sabres. In this playoff format, we had 4 teams break their playoff droughts: Ducks, Red Wings, and Sabres. So in the East, in the first round,
that was
Carolina,
wasn't it? That was only 3 teams, right?
That's what I said. 3 teams broke
I thought
their
you said
playoff
4
droughts.
teams. I thought you said 4 teams.
I meant 3. So here are the first round winners. Carolina wins in 6 games over the Washington Capitals. Columbus wins in 7 games over the New Jersey Devils. Toronto wins in 5 games over the Detroit Red Wings. And then Tampa Bay wins in 5 games over the Buffalo Sabres. In the West, Winnipeg wins in 7 games over the Colorado Avalanche. Minnesota, I guess they won the Central. They win in 5 games over the Seattle Kraken. And then the Vegas Golden Knights win in 7 games over the Vancouver Canucks. And it's funny how I didn't mention 2 teams. Ducks and Kings in the first round. Okay. You ready to hear the game by games? I don't have the stats or anything. I just have the scores. I guess if you guys see my dad's reaction, you already know what happens. So in game 1 in LA, the Ducks win 4-3. Game 2, Kings win in LA 6-4. Game 3, Ducks win 2-1. So 2-1 Ducks. In game 4, the Ducks win in overtime 3-2. So the Ducks have a 3-1 series lead going back to LA. Now we in LA in game 5, Kings win 4-2. And in game 6, Ducks win 4-2 to win the series over the LA Kings. I did not. I swear, I did not play any of these games. It was all simulated. I swear.
Swearing isn't nice, Cody. That's not a nice. That's not a nice word, Mr. Cooper.
No, that's stupid.
Oh
Is it
no,
more?
I know.
I know.
I just left that out, but it is
Okay.
stupid.
Okay. So round 2 matchups. Carolina versus Columbus. Carolina wins in 7 games. And Toronto versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay wins in 6 games. So you have the matchup between Tampa Bay and Carolina for the Eastern Conference. Will we just give you the Eastern Conference winner?
Sure.
You could be a little happier.
So in this simulation, the Florida Panthers don't even make the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like,
I just
really? The
I
Stanley Cup champ? Wow.
back to back. I just now realized that too. I didn't even realize that. Carolina
I'm,
wins in 6 games over the Tampa Bay Lightning, so they go on to the Stanley Cup final finally. All right, in the West, Winnipeg beats the Minnesota Wild in 7 games. And then all right, and I actually have the series. Hold on. All right. Ducks play the Vegas Golden Knights in round 2. In Vegas, they lose 2-1, and then we win 3-2 in overtime, so it's 1-1. And then the Ducks lose both games at home, 4-2 and 4-1. But the Ducks do get a win back in Vegas, 4-3, but then lose back at home, 6-3, and lose in 6 games to the Vegas Golden Knights. So now you got Vegas versus Winnipeg in the Western Conference Final, and Vegas wins 4-1. So you got Vegas versus Carolina in the Stanley Cup Final. And who do you think wins? Huh?
I'm going to say it, and Mom could be mad at me. The cheaters.
That is correct. The cheaters. So now let's do the awards before we get into anything else. So yes, the Vegas Golden Knights are your 2025-2026 Stanley Cup champions. All right. Now it's time for awards. The Art Roast Trophy, Connor McDavid. The Hart Trophy, Connor McDavid.
On a team that didn't even make the playoffs.
On a team that didn't even make the playoffs. The Norris Trophy, Zach Rowinski, which I'm okay with that one. The Lady Byng, Connor McDavid. The Calder, Ivan Demidov. The Conn Smythe Trophy, we're going to put a hold on that one. Vezina, Ilya Sorokin. The Jennings Trophy, Aiden Hill. The Bill Masterton Trophy, Connor Murphy from Chicago. The Selke Trophy for the 8th year in a row, almost feels like, Alexander Barkov. The Ted Lindsay, Connor McDavid. The Maurice Richard Trophy. That's the
Richard.
Richard. The Rocket.
Richard. Yeah.
Goes to Nathan McKinnon. And the Conn Smythe Trophy. Let's go back to that one. I did skip that one. So this was my favorite thing of the whole simulation. Not the Ducks making the playoffs, not the Ducks beating the Kings in the playoffs, and even my hot take succeeding in this. It was this. The Conn Smythe Trophy for the 2025-2026 season goes to Mitchell Marner of the Vegas Golden Knights, which
Boo.
I found hilarious.
Boo.
Ducks and Kings losers. Oh wow. Okay. Thank you, Henny.
Oilers own you.
All right.
Well, they
I mean, it's not wrong at the same time. Oh, did we lose you, Dad? Well, I think we lost you. But yeah, Mitch Marner won the Conn Smythe Trophy for in the simulation. So yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't say the Oilers will be running the NHL for the next decade. I mean, you don't even have McDavid signed yet, and who knows if he's staying or not. So, but yeah, but yeah, that if anyone has any questions, put it in the chat right now. I don't know what happened to my dad. Oh, he's gone. No, that's true. Edmonton can talk smack when they actually win the Stanley Cup this century. That is true. Yeah. So I agree with that, and that's actually great. And you guys don't even have your number one player signed. So yeah. um well, I don't know what happened to my dad. I guess we lost him. Hopefully he'll be coming back pretty soon. Let's see. Do we have anything else to talk about? Let's see. I'm looking online to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Trying to remember if I need to. So yeah, again, if you guys do want to play any fantasy hockey in our Royally Quacked League, please DM us on any social media or email us at royallyquacked@gmail.com. Like I said, we have about 2 spots open um, so far. So if you're interested, let me know. And again, next week, um, the Patriots hockey do have their golf tournament. I'm trying to find the thing. I could have swore I had it on here somewhere. Let's see. Let me go on. Let's see. There it is. Nope, that's not it. I guess my dad's. I guess their internet keeps going out. Yeah, golf tournament, guys. Patriots 4th annual golf tournament. It will be at the Cross Creek Golf Club in Temecula, California. Please sign up. You can donate. You can sign up. They still need plenty of golfers. It's on September 20th, 2025. I'll put the link in the show notes. So please go check out the Patriots hockey annual golf tournament. It should be a lot of fun. Me and my dad will both be there. We're looking forward to it. On that, everyone, hockey's back. I mean, we had the rookie face-off last night. We got the Kings versus Sharks in about a little less than 2 hours. And then we got the Ducks and Kings tomorrow. And like I said, we'll be at the game tomorrow. So we're both looking forward to that. I don't know when my dad's internet's going to be back on, but I think we're out of time anyway. So everyone, please go check out the Patriots hockey golf tournament. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, my internet went down.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let me get Riverside back on too.
Don't worry about Riverside because I was just about to close this out, anyways.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Sorry about that, fans. Yeah, my internet went completely out.
Yeah. So, yeah. I was just about to do the intro.
You mean the exit? One
Yeah.
thing I would like to say is I'm gonna bet Byfield wouldn't come ninth on the Ducks this year.
Yeah. I can
I
see
go,
that.
I can't see all those guys having great season and him not having at least something.
Well,
I
you
think,
want to know why I agree with that? Because I'm not coaching the Ducks. So if we was coaching the Ducks, it'd be different.
if I was coaching the Kings, he would be the number one center
Yeah.
this year. And
Well, you didn't make him the number one center. That was your choice.
True. I wonder if that would have changed anything.
I don't know.
Have you run another simulation with that and see what happens?
I mean,
what do we have? 107 points. We had 107 points, which is a team record.
Yeah, and you won the division finally.
Yeah, wow, that was shocking. And then we lose to you guys in the playoffs. But that's the second time we've lost to you guys in some kind of simulation.
No, that was just a you and I simulation thing. When we made a team, the East versus West one.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought we
lost. Nope. You've won every single thing except for the East versus the West, and then this one. So, but all right, I'm ready to get out of here. Are you?
Yes, sir.
Before you lose internet again.
Well, let's hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, all of it just went down like poof.
Yeah, that was us a few weeks ago. So, all right. Well, everyone, don't be a sore. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on the live stream. We really appreciate it. Like I said, fantasy hockey is up. If you're interested, like I said, DM me on social media or email us at royallyquacked@gmail.com. Like I said, go check out the Patriots Hockey Golf Tournament in Temecula. It's next Saturday. That's where we'll be. So there is no live show next week. Just giving you guys a heads up. So just there'll still be a podcast, just not a live show.
Yeah, we're gonna be at the Patriot hockey golf tournament in Temecula, or is it Duluth? Duluth, right?
Duluth. Well,
yeah. So we're gonna be there. We're gonna
Duluth is in Temecula. Yeah, it's just part of Temecula.
Yeah. So, but we will be interviewing some Patriot hockey players. We will still have news for you guys.
Yep.
And we want anybody and everybody to be able to support Patriot hockey, because this is the people who keep us free. And this is their way of being able to cope with some of the horrible things some of these poor vets had to go through. Being in the military and making sure each of us are free. So we want to support them with everything we have. So,
yep. All right. Well, again, please don't forget, please, while you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, hit the like button. If you see the bell icon or whatever, hit the subscribe button while you're there. I noticed that a lot of our viewers are not subscribed. So subscribe, please. We appreciate it. It really helps.
It's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
Free.
Just so you know. A lot of people think, oh, it's gonna cost us money. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe.
And then even the same thing on the podcast platforms. Hit the download button. Follow us there. Or even leave us a nice review or rating. We'd really appreciate that. So on that, you have anything else to add before we get out of here?
I just can't wait till next week and join us. You get to listen to us. We will not be live or on YouTube next week.
If we do video, I'll still post. I can still post the video on YouTube.
Yeah, it would just be after the fact. So just so you guys know.
Like I said, no live stream. Everything will be out on Monday. As Adam said, like Spike. So, All right. Well, before we get out here, do you have a prediction for tomorrow?
Fun.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
You know what? I expect a good game. I don't know. You know, it depends on who plays. Because
It should be
we
the
have
same
no.
players.
They have a lot of guys on these rosters, and a lot of times, well, they're one less game this year, so they're gonna have to figure out how to play them. Maybe they'll let more than 23 on the roster and be able to move them in and out. Maybe I don't know. But I'm looking forward to seeing Seneca and Green Tree play.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe Carter George is playing. Right there, I think the Kings have an advantage in goal because I think he's going to be elite.
Yeah.
I would think the Kings would win, but they've after watching these simulations, anything can happen.
That's true. But I think tomorrow's gonna be a lot of fun. If you see us there, come say hi and everything. And yeah, and I hope tomorrow's a great game. So until next week, let's go Ducks.
Go Kings, go. See you next week.
A father and son, a bond so strong, talking hockey all day long. Royally Quacked, their podcast show, sharing stories, highs and lows.